smiling person.
Yes, he is. He is. He is. He's very smiling, very cheerful, and very active. It was his brainchild, that we should introduce behavior based safety. Although it may not be so much relevant, I don't know that you will have to comment it on because we are not that much familiar with this subject. But nevertheless, he has taken a lot of initiative in ensuring, that his team members, they are all trained for various aspects of safety and skill and other soft skill as well. If you allow us, then I will just introduce Dr. Kaila to all our delegates today. Yeah, good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
So I will just like to briefly introduce Dr. HL Kaila. He is not a new name in the world of BBS. In fact, he is popularly known as father of BBS in India. So Dr. Kaila earned master's degree in psychology from Guru Nanak Dev University, doctorate from Tata Institute of Social Sciences, and he was a professor of organizational psychology with 36 years of professional experience, published books, articles, and participated in national international conferences. He pioneered BBS training in India, conducted about 1,000 BBS workshops in India and abroad, and is a member of expert panel for National Safety Council. He served the Central Labour Institute, Ministry of Labour for 10 years and as a professor at SNDT Women's University for 18 years at Mumbai. He is a resource person for organizations such as ITC, SAIL, GAIL, SR, RIL, and all the big companies that you can think of in India. So Dr. Kaila has represented India in conferences at New York, Berlin, Japan, Muscat, Rome, New Zealand, London, Sydney, and all over the world. He is also editor of Psychosocial Research and director of the Forum of Behaviour Safety. Sir, it will be my humble request to you that since we are all very new to this BBS, it would be kind if you can brief us on the birth of BBS, how it developed and progressed in India, what it is actually, how to go about its implementation, and further details. Before we begin, I will request Mr. Ashok to kindly brief Dr. Kaila on the company profile and the job profile of our delegates of today. Over to you, Mr. Ashok.
Thank you everyone for joining this session. Let me introduce myself. I am Ashok, responsible for human resources at India, RINA's operation in India and South Asia. I am based at Mumbai. RINA is into various service sector. We started RINA as a marine classification society. So that is one of our core business. Then we are also into certification of various management system. We are a third-party inspection agency, and we are also into various engineering services, which including project management consultants. So the participants today, including various technicians, engineers, surveyors, are into these various profile. You will find some of the people are into marine surveyor. Others are inspection engineers who are working at either offshore or at site. Also, some of the engineers who are into engineering services and consultancy. So, we, nowadays everybody knows that safety is a most important things. After the incident in offshore, we were all worried that how many of our people are really aware of the various safety requirements. So that is the reason we have initiated this safety training courses. I would request all of our participants to make it as a more I would say more interactive session. Just because what happens in most of the online class, the training session, many of them will be seeing online, but they may be I would not know how much actively they would be participating in. So I would request everybody to actively participate in the tracing and make it as a successful session. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashokji. Over to you, Dr. Kaila, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much for this session, and I will see that everybody is active and they are participating, because every 10 to 15 minutes I will be asking any of them randomly that what are you listening, including Ashok and Captain Sharma and everyone else, Rajiv, and I have the names on my screen, Vinod, and so I'll be asking anyone randomly every 10 people, what are you listening? What are you listening? Is it implementable? Is it applicable to your area of work? So everything, because behavior has to be in very very interesting scenario, because we are all behaving safe or unsafe, and we want our works, our factories, our all places, workplace or any place, to be safe, so that incidents do not happen. And as Captain Sharma said, that please give us the birth and the kundali of the BBS. I will give that, and I'll take it to the how we are implemented in various organizations. You named ONGC, ports, refineries, and everywhere, so that we go towards nearly zero incident, zero harm objective. So I can assure you one thing very very clearly. Hindi English is okay. I can mix Hindi also.
It should be okay. But we also have some colleagues from Bangladesh.
Okay.
Mahyuddin, are you okay with Hindi? You understand Hindi?
So not complete. If,
Okay, so because we have 5 colleagues from Bangladesh, so sir, better you make it in English.
Okay. But anyone, but I'm speaking in English, but anyone who speak Hindi, English, Marathi, Gujarati, Assamese, Bangala, you can speak. You are free to speak your language. Okay, so we'll follow it. Okay, it's so comfortable, and we make it very simple and scientific, because today what we are sharing, as Captain Sharma said, if I have developed it in India, it should be useful. It should be useful to save people and the property, and that is why people are, asking for it. And BBS, we say that behavior-based safety. Behavior-based safety means safety is based in behavior. Safety is based in behavior. It means uh, almost all incidents or accidents are behavior based. Behavior based, and how it is, unsafe conditions do not lead to incidents unless we couple unsafe behavior with it. If there is a water, there's an oil spillage or something, we'll be very very alert. We'll save ourselves. But if we hurry up, or we try to cross it fast, and then we might uh, uh, fall on it. So unless we are, or maybe technology may be up to date, the best of the technology car you have, but if your behavior is not okay, it definitely will invite a fatal incident. And I'll give you a lot of examples today, so that you are convinced how it is happening. I have seen, due to behavior, directors, vice presidents, GMs, DGMs, maintenance head, they have met with a fatal incident due to behavior. Business heads of the company. Okay. So how, and wherever we have implemented behavior-based safety, the safe behavior, the percentage of safe behavior, which was to begin with, it was 70% safe behavior or 65% safe behavior, is gone up to 95, 99% safe behavior. And when 99% people are behaving safe, it means that's a culture. There's a safety culture is built up. Okay, I give you example. When we go to any foreign country, whether it is Singapore or Berlin or New York or any country, we land as soon as we are in the immigration queue. And what's happening? We become a different person. We behave, we follow all the rules of the land. Why it is? Nobody has come and told us why it is. Because the 99%, almost more than 99% of the people we can see there, they are demonstrating compliance. They are demonstrating safe behavior. So we become one of them. It means monkey see, monkey do. What the new monkeys will do, what the old monkeys are doing there. So it means we have to, when we in our industries in India or elsewhere, we develop the behavior from 70% safe behavior to 99%. It is almost when we landed to a new country. It means any new person will come, enter the gate of the company, they'll behave safe or unsafe. When 99% plus people are behaving safe, they will behave, any new person will behave safe, whether it's a contract person or any new person will. So what we are doing with the BBS, with the behavior based safety implementation, we change the organizational behavior from unsafe behavior to safe behavior. How we are doing it? I give you another example. For example, you are almost 15 people or 20 people joining here. So you are in a plant. So I say daily make one observation of the people who are working there, whether they are behaving safe or unsafe. So 20 people, I'm asking just give only 5 minutes a day, one observation a day. So it means 20 into 5, everybody in the plant is giving 100 minutes, which is almost, nearly 1.5 hours. So it means the plant or the area or the site which is getting almost 1.5 hours by 15 number of people, it will definitely, push the safety culture. So that is what exactly what we are doing. That you, what is BBS? I show you. Can you see it?
Yes.
Yeah. Can you see my face? No.
Only the screen with presentation we can see.
Oh, okay. So now I'll be just taking the help of some of the slides, and now this I think the slides have reached to all of you. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it has reached to all of you. I will not show all the slides to you. I'll show only a couple of slides to make the concept clear and simple to implement it. Rest of the slides are with you. You can read any slide and ask me any question. Okay? Now let's go ahead. This is a training program for successful BBS implementation. And what is BBS? It is a long-term safety culture. It is not a short-term safety culture program. If you think that today's program can enable you um, for implementation, yes. But if you continue practicing it, just putting 5 minutes a day, and also developing the BBS mentors like you. Today you are getting this training, you are becoming mentors of BBS. Mentors of BBS means MBBS. You're not medical doctor, you become the safety doctor. Safety doctor who can save people from injuries and fatalities and incidents. Definitely you will become, okay? Because all incidents are behavior based, and BBS help us to develop the safety culture. long-term safety culture. We believe in long-term safety culture. It means you have to continue over 3-4 years. Not in every plant, any plant, or any port or anywhere. So within 3-4 months, you can develop a culture, but it will be a short-term safety culture. But if you really want the, organizational behavior change to occur and sustain, and then it will be a long-term safety culture. Okay. Now, it means it's a learn BBS as a planned intervention. It's a planned intervention. It's not just a training. That's why I tell people, if you are learning it, you learn it as a intervention, which is to be planned. Planning. What is a planning? I'll tell you next. Okay, this is my short introduction, which you have already got it. Now, these are some of the topics which we may, touch upon. But essentially, this program is from top to bottom. It means we involve everyone. Now, today Ashok is there. Fortunately, he is there. He is taking it so that he can take this concept down to almost all the clients, to almost so that this BBS long-term safety culture can be developed. It will surely help you if you follow the steps. Definitely, I can assure you, because today I am talking to you as if I have visited 1,000 installations in the country or outside. So I'm bringing you that experience. Okay. So there are three aspects of BPS. One is structure. Structure means if we are implementing, we have to have a BBS steering team. Means there is a BBS group responsible for implementation. And there is a heart to it, that is the observers. It means you are taking the training, you are a BBS observer, which is the heart of it. What the observer is doing? Observer is doing making observation, at least one observation a day, at the plant, at the workplace, or any place, because the National Safety Council of America is telling us that we are working for safety culture from workplace to any place. Then we require a safety culture not only at workplace but as a lifestyle. So I'll share you some examples how we can do it, how our people who are trained as observers, they have done it. Now, once you have a BBS training team, your observers, it means today, for those who are attending, I suppose they are the BBS training team, because they know the concept. They will be knowing what is BPS, how to implement it, and you are also observers, okay, so that you can make your plant safe, you make your company safe. You can develop more observers down the line, okay. And approach should be BBS approach is Big Brother approach. It's not Big Boss approach. In London, we say BBS means Big Brother safety, not Big Boss safety. Because when you observe somebody doing unsafe behavior, how do you connect with that person as a big brother so that you can make him risk free? That is only possible if you talk to him, nicely. If you can give him a risk based conversation, what we call RBC. If you can give him a risk based observations, and tell him that you can increase his risk perception, and then he develops as a observer. He does not remain as a observee, because you are observer, he is an observee. So you observed him and you're trying to develop him like you as an observer or a mentor of BBS, with the big brother approach, not the big boss approach. Big boss approach is reactive approach, because we have This I will take it later on. What is BBS? What it is not? BBS, can someone read it? Anyone can read it. I request first person to read it. Vinodji?
Yes, yes, sir. BBS is a whistleblower on the behavioral risk which are apparently business risk, like violating standard procedures and so on. BBS means when you are walking through your workplace and observe that somebody is working with such a risk, you stop for a couple of minutes and alert him for spot correction of at risk behavior as a big brother, not as a boss. And this correction procedure is developed in organization as a regular way of work life, involving everyone, including all top to bottom. And this entire BBS activity is measured in scientific way each month. BBS means an instant spot correction of at-risk behavior by everyone at site. Therefore, an observer is trained for a moment of correcting and an organization is trained to sustain it. A leadership of dream and determination can do it.
Okay, that's
BBS
fine.
is not.
Okay, go ahead. BBS is not.
BBS is not common sense, not audit, not policy, not blame, fault finding, not stop working. BBS, okay.
That's it. That's it. So, so this few lines are telling us that what is BBS? BBS is that behavior-based safety. That means you have learned it. You have become a big brother. You have become a big observer or a mentor of BBS. So therefore, we intend to make everyone as a big brother of safety in my company. And his role is to observe, to make one observation a day. We say one observation a day, keep the risk away. One observation, if you are 100 people in a plant, one observation, it means you have 100 observations a day. You have 500 minutes to give to the organization for developing safety every day. Every day. How you will do every day? Once you make BBS as SOP. Once you make BBS once you account for BBS progress every month. That is why we have a BBS steering team. Steering team meets once in every month to account whether everybody has become observer, whether every department HOD has taken responsibility for implementing BBS, whether in each department everybody is doing actively an observation. And observation is just not observation, it is observation for spot correction, immediate correction of any at-risk behavior, any unsafe behavior. Somebody is doing unsafe behavior, he is not wearing PPE, or he is not maintaining the housekeeping, or he is not able to use the tools and equipment properly, and so on. If somebody is engaged in any unsafe behavior, he is at risk. Not only he is at risk, all other people are at risk around him, because his at-risk behavior can be fatal to another person, can be fatal to the entire organization. The smallest unsafe behavior, at-risk behavior, can be a disaster to the entire organization. I'll tell you how it has happened, how many companies closed because of a small unsafe behavior. So therefore, when you are implementing BBS, when you are developing observer, it means it is translating into money. It is translating into sustaining the business without incidents, isn't it? So therefore, and BBS means essentially we are going to develop a safety culture, essentially long-term safety culture, not just safety culture. If any company is, some companies believe that training means automatically it will convert into safety culture. It will not, unless you make a BBS as a planned intervention, unless you see that, unless you make it as a HOD function, unless you make it as a link with the departmental performance. It is how People are doing it. They have linked BBS with the KPI, key performance indicators. They have linked BBS with the EHS policy. And this presentation has everything to answer. How they have done it, how various companies have done it. I'll give you one example of a Singapore-based company in India. This is a global presence. It's called Semcorp Energy, and they have implemented BBS all across the globe, uh, and their motto, their objective, the major objective of BBS is everybody speak up. Everybody speaks up for safety. Anybody who sees, observes any unsafe behavior around in the plant, he'll speak up to correct it on the spot. He will not fail to speak up. So it means we are developing people to communicate as much as possible, And as a result, this company, when I visited this company they have a presence at Noida, which is a green infra, and they have another couple of plants at Krishnapatnam. When we started 3 years back, the percentage of safe behavior was, around 65 to 68%. And today, after 2 years, they got it as 90% plus. Because when everybody is involved as a BBS observer and they start correcting unsafe behavior on the spot on daily basis, it means naturally all unsafe behavior will be getting corrected, and safe behavior will reach uptrend. It will see the uptrend every so I 90%. So, but when they reach 90% or 90 plus, they see there is a bottleneck, there is an issue. So then again they called me for a review. Then the business had also got involved, because after 90% safe behavior, they got one incident. The incident they got, and it was a blast where one person got burnt. The face got burnt with a chemical blast. He was in the hospital. So they called. They said, yeah, we can review it. We'll do it. And that is the time the business had also got involved. Then I made it a point. I said, unless you all head of the departments take the responsibility, unless you make it as a HOD function, because the corporate can initiate it, the company can initiate it, but each location, each unit, each department has to take the responsibility of developing the observers for daily observation and correction as a big brother, and then accounting for safe behavior, percentage of safe behavior, percentage of at-risk behavior, and percentage of spot corrections. It is a very simple arithmetic. I'll show you the checklist. That's how this is the CEO message. When we develop the observers at the plant, in each training, then we tell that CEO message should be there to all. Can someone read it? Another person? Yeah. Everybody has to read one by one. Please tell your name and read it.
Okay, I'm reading it. I am Muhammad Mahiuddin.
You're from Bangladesh?
Yes, I'm from Bangladesh.
Yeah. Ashok told me you are from. Okay, please. Yeah.
Okay. I entrust all HODs to show passionate leadership by making daily 5-minute observation round for spot correction of at-risk behaviors as a big brother of safety, BBS, and create everyone as BBS observers in their department for doing the same daily.
Yeah. Then?
Okay. Just imagine 5 minutes each multiplied by everyone. how many minutes daily for spot correction of at risk behaviors daily. You achieve total safety culture.
Yeah, that's it. So this is what is the CEO message which goes to everyone almost every month. It means CEO involvement is there. CEO, when top leadership message goes down, then people start respecting safety that, that they have to give because people are looking at this BBS project to be successful. So they start, So this is one way, one action plan, and um, okay. Now this is also important. I want anyone to read it, another person to read it.
Hello, sir. This is Neil Bose from Marine Department.
Yeah, Neil Bose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'd like to go ahead and read this.
Yeah.
This is about BBS framework. The top management to sync leaders' behaviors needed for safety excellence and business excellence.
Yes.
So, number one, all incidents, near misses, injuries, fatalities are behavior based, and behavior is the root cause of all incidents.
Yeah.
Visible culture drives all social, individual, organizational behaviors.
Yeah.
And BBS helps build a total safety culture, which is the summation and elevation of all behaviors.
Yeah.
Culture is what most people behave.
Yeah. It means this is the framework that all incidents are behavior based, and the BBS helps to develop a visible change in the culture. When I say visible change in the safety culture means from when people, 70% of people were behaving safe, and when everybody became observer for spot correction, and everybody got involved just for 5 minutes, which is so simple to involve, and then there is a visible change in the and it and the safe behavior has gone up to 95, 99%, and then there is a visible culture. So this is how the top management and all the observers who are taking training, they have to be clear that incidents are behavior based, and instead of punishing people, instead of blaming people, instead of fault finding, instead of stopping the work, let us all involve in a simple way and develop the culture. So punishment and fault finding and blaming is not going to you know uh, do any change in the culture. So therefore the negative reactions, reactive safety culture create more issues in the safety management process. Okay. And now I want another person to read it, so that yeah, anybody from India, Bangladesh, any station.
Hello, sir. My name is Manikanta from India.
Manikanta, welcome.
Yeah.
Your name is so beautiful. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. Robust BBS leads to best safety culture. It's
Yeah.
a planned intervention for measurable results.
Yeah.
So, first point is reactive and dependent safety culture. Somebody plan my safety.
Yeah.
Next, shifting from one safety culture to another is gradual and long-term process.
Yeah.
Solution lies in independent and interdependent safety culture.
Yeah.
BBS observers serve as external stimuli for safe behaviors.
Okay.
Involving everyone in risk correction sustains business excellence.
Yeah.
And sir, can you hide this?
I can hide it.
There is a hide option. I
Okay.
cannot see the last.
My mouse is not working.
Okay.
Anyway, I don't disturb it. The ISO 45000 also talks about internal control of risk management. Okay. Yeah. Or if something is not readable, you can read from your slide also, because I have sent you the slide now.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes, sir.
yeah. So we help each other. So what this slide is telling us, four cultures are there, and we are moving from reactive safety culture to interdependent safety culture. How we are moving it? I'll just take 2 minutes. Reactive safety culture is what? That we are, when something is happening, some unsafe activity is going on, we react to the people. We start, fixing the person. We blame the person. We shout and stop the work, and all that nonsense goes on. It means that reactive people start reacting, and so it means we have to stop the reactive safety culture first of all. And the companies who really implemented the BPS, they as when they started implementing, and when they started sensitizing themselves at what is BBS, what it is not, and they slowly started getting rid of reactive safety culture, personally and also professionally. Personally, because people are reactive. People are reactive on the road. People are reactive in the families. People are reactive on the plant level also. So the behavior means we are talking personal level. Personal level change when we are asking you to learn and train yourself. I'm not training you. You are listening and training yourself, and let's start applying it. And then when I say that, stop reacting to the people. It means you learn it as an individual. You're learning it as a personal level. One of my safety officers said it, and he took it so much to the heart. And he said, "Sir, when I used to go home in the evening, and I was tired in the evening. So when I reached the family in the evening, my child is playing with the cycle, and he would make noise, while playing, and I would get very irritated, and I would react. I stop it, it's noisy." He would look at me, and why I'm playing, why my papa is asking me to stop, and every day I will do that, and my wife would get upset. This man is, he's great. Every time he's shouting, but he said, today when I took the training, I took it personally that being reactive is, creating problem for everybody and myself. And he said, when I reached home today, I did not react. My child was playing with the cycle, but I hold myself. I said, no, I will not. I take the, opinion of what doctor has said it. And he said, I did not react. My child looked at me curiously, but he did not say anything. He went on playing. But my wife looked at me, said, Are you did not get angry today. I said, no, Dr. Kaila came today for training, and he told me that being reactive means when you react to the people, what we are doing, when we are listening to people, we, we listen to people to react, not understand. What he's saying? He's saying when we interact with the people, when we are reactive, then we react. We don't listen. We just react. We don't understand the people. We don't allow that person to speak up. So if he says by becoming reactive, you stop other person to speak, and you don't understand the person. Means when you listen to the people, you react. You never understand. So he said, my wife said, Arey, you are a different person in just one day. You must meet Dr. Kaila almost 2, 3 more days. You will be a different person. So it means what we are trying to say, that at workplace when we are reacting on, and you have seen when you react on the road, when you react in the family, when you react in the workplace, people people react back. People give you back, and the scenario becomes very heavy for you to handle. So that is what is happening in the safety, So it means we have to give up. Everyone who's listening today, please give up on the reactive safety culture. Number two, dependent safety culture. Dependent safety culture means in the company, we are the safety, the people safety is dependent on the safety department or the management action. It means the management action or the safety department will do safety for safety of the people who are working there. No, it's not going to happen because safety department can do safety system. They can develop safety system, but they cannot develop safety behavior. They cannot develop safety culture because safety culture is the summation of safety behaviors of everyone, and that is only possible when everyone is behaving safe. Everyone will behave safe only when there is a reinforcement to the behavior. When you observe and reinforce people a safer behavior, you don't blame them because they are behaving because they are it is a culture. Behavior culture drives the behavior. Culture drives. So when we are, I give an example of a foreign country. When you landed there, you did not behave unsafe because everybody is demonstrating safe behavior. So it means your culture is driving your behavior. Wherever you are going, the culture is which is summation of the behavior of the people. That is you see people and you monkey see, monkey do. You see, look at the people, you start behaving differently, isn't it? So therefore, the people are people are behaving unsafe. You don't find fault in them. Don't develop reactive safety culture. Instead, you talk to them as a big brother. And then if as a big brother means you connect them, you consider them your own person, you connect to them as a brother to BBS is brother to brother safety, brother to brother, linked to them. So when there is a brother to brother, you will do everything possible to save that person, isn't it? So this is what, and then reactive safety culture, dependent safety culture, and the third one is independent safety culture. Independent safety culture means when now today you are learning it. It means you correct your own behavior, unsafe behavior to safe. Whether it is you're not wearing PP regularly during COVID time, you're not washing hands properly, or you're not maintaining the distance. It means all these behaviors. I'll tell you there is a checklist of these behaviors. I'll show you immediately. So these are the behaviors. These are the 12 behaviors, and each one who is attending today also having some unsafe behavior from this list. It means when we are talking to the people, when we are observing the people, we observe these behaviors, whether they are behaving safe out of these behavior categories. If they are not, they are at risk. And then we talk to them as a big brother and we do the spot correction. And so independent safety culture means individually as an independent person, you behave safe, you correct yourself, you do the self-observation, you do the self-correction. Or others look at you, others observe you and do the spot correction. They request you. BBS is repeated request for safe behavior. BBS is repeated request for safe behavior. Okay. So and there are many names which will come to you with the term BBS. BBS is also, people say BBS means Bharat Bane Surakshit. Bharat Bane means we want this Bharat means India becomes safe. It means we are looking at the big picture. The country becomes safe. We are looking at when it will do when you develop more and more mentors of BBS in each industry, and then they develop more mentors around them. So this is a checklist. How do you do? How do you observe? Use this checklist. Can anyone read it? This is 12 behaviors. 12 behaviors. Can anyone read it?
Yes, sir, I will read.
Your name, please.
Manoj from
Manoj.
Marine Department.
Marine, yes. Manoj and Marine. MM. Yes.
Yeah, that is behavior categories.
Hmm.
One is PPE,
Okay.
housekeeping,
Okay.
using tools and equipment,
Okay.
body positioning,
Okay.
material handling,
Okay.
communication,
Okay.
following procedures,
Okay.
visual focusing,
Okay.
using mobile at work,
Mm-hmm.
road safety, COVID-19 behaviors,
Mm-hmm.
emotional well-being.
Hmm. This is very, very important. These two slides, I will take 5 to 7 minutes. This slide and the next slide, and then I will stop for a couple of minutes. You can ask any question, or I will ask you a question. Okay, or you can say this is what you listened today. Okay, see, these are the 12 behaviors. When you are learning this BBS concept or implementation at your office, your plant, or any other plant, or with your client elsewhere, how you will do it? You use this checklist of 12, which is a global checklist. It means I have not made this checklist. This checklist is based on the incidents that has happened world over. These are the behavior reasons, causes. Okay, the first one is PP, and with this checklist, when you take this checklist or you display this checklist uh, as a banner in each work area, so that each observer can see, understand that these behaviors are to be observed. So when initially, to begin with, when we are training people, we don't burden them. We don't tell them to observe all the 12 behaviors. We only say, can you observe more than one behavior? Not one. Why? Because if you say observe only one behavior out of 12, they'll observe PPE only, personal protective equipment. Whereas people are wearing PPE, but if they don't work with SOP, if they don't follow the procedures, still it can become a major incident, major accident. So therefore we say, please observe more than one behavior. Each observer should make one observation a day for 5 minutes and observe more than one behavior. And how to use it? It's very simple. That you observe when you go for a round, BBS round, observation round, you observe how many people are wearing PPE. You observe only 5 people a day. Or what is the maximum number you can observe? As a HOD, you have told your people observe initially observe only 2 people a day. So out of two, you will say PP, number of safe behavior. If both people are wearing all the PP required PP, you say number of safe behavior 2, number of at-risk behavior 0, number of spot corrections 0. If you see one person is wearing PP, one is not wearing or wearing not as required, then you say one number of safe behavior 1, number of at-risk behavior 1, correction is 1. Because all behaviors are spot correctable, all these behaviors. So number of at-risk behavior has to match equally with the number of spot correction. If all these behaviors are spot correctable, they are visible and they are correctable. I'll give you definition here, behavior definition. Very, very interesting definition. What is behavior? Number one, behavior is definable. Any behavior which we want to change, it should be defined. Today we have defined safety behavior in 12 categories, from PPE to emotional well-being. So that is, first we say behavior is definable. Number two, behavior is observable. Whatever behaviors we have defined, we take this checklist to the field, to the site, and we observe the same behavior. So behavior is observable. Number three, behavior is correctable. Behavior is spot correctable. It means the behaviors which we have defined, they are not only observable, they are also spot correctable. If somebody is not wearing PPE, I do the spot correction. If he is not wearing the helmet, but is not fixing the chin belt, so I request him, can you please tighten the chin belt? If he doesn't have it, then you talk to the store manager, store keeper, then you arrange it so that it becomes a spot correction, physically spot correction in your presence. It's called spot correction. And we have seen that the spot correction is a buzzword today. Spot correction of any at-risk behavior is a buzzword in the industry who are who are you know implementing BBS. Spot correction by, if there is a 500 employees and workmen, it means almost 500 observation and 500 spot correction a day. 500 at-risk behaviors are being spot corrected each day, which is not possible as a safety department, which is not possible as a dependent safety culture. It is only possible as a independent safety culture. It means each department prepares the observers for spot corrections. And fourth culture is interdependent safety culture. It means they correct each other, observer and observee. If they within the department, they observe each other, they correct each other. What is observation in BBS? Why we want to make observation? What it means? Observation means we are caring for people. It is to care for somebody as a big brother. It is a caring relationship as a big. If you care for somebody as a big brother, then only you can make him free from any risk which can injure him, which can fatal him. You know, can fatal anybody. Can be fatal for vice president. Can be fatal for contract people. It can be fatal for operators or DGM. And give you many examples where all people from all categories, all levels have been, injured seriously or permanently. So let me cover this first. It means you're not in this checklist. You don't tick mark. You write only number of people observed as safe, at risk, and corrected. Then housekeeping. It means the individual housekeeping. Two people are working. Are they maintaining the housekeeping? If yes, write the number of people you observe. Write the number of people who are not maintaining housekeeping, one or two, and spot correct. Body position. It means body positioning using tools and equipment. Where it means are they using the tools correctly? Do they have the correct tools? Equipment. What are the different tools they are using? Small equipment like forklift or crane or hydra or any equipment they are using it. So is the equipment faulty? Is the equipment working in order? So it means all these observations will come from observer in the department. It is a regular observation just for 5 minutes, observing only 1 or 2 persons a day, which is not to disturb his duty. And there is no investment, it's only human investment. You are only increasing the number of eyes on safety to alert people, to remind people, to request people for safe behavior. Body position, it means how he is positioning his body while sitting or standing or walking or working on the height. How he is positioning his body. Sometimes we always say when you're coming down from the staircase or going up, always and hold the railing. It means why we are saying that? It means there is a 3-point contact. You maintain when there is a 3-point contact with the body, and it means you are safe. Even every day when we are wearing clothes, when we are wearing trouser, what happens? We lift one leg, and we are our 3-point contact is not there. And if we are sitting and wearing the trouser, that means we body balance is there. But if we are standing and wearing the trouser, the body balance is not maintained, and we can fall also, and we have fallen many times. Maybe in the bathroom also, if it's slippery, somebody has used the soap or oil, if you're not maintaining positioning your body firmly, then you fall and get injured many times. It has happened with many of us. Same thing happens at the site when the floors are oily or wet, or people work on scaffolding or on the height. Major number of falls from the height happen because of body unsafe positioning. So we observe that how many people are positioning body safely or at risk, and you correct them. It means now through this BBS process, what is simple and scientific for us, that you are learning BBS for implementation. Implementation means you pass on this knowledge to develop more observers in each department. More the observers, more the observations, more the corrections daily. So it means you are increasing the safety time for the company. You're increasing the safety observation time for the entire company. It means that is what the Tata Projects MD told me. MD, Managing Director of the Tata Projects, all over India when I visited. See, big person, maybe a high officer, but that 5 minutes must be spent like a big Tata only, without any hierarchy, without any power. Because people do only what touch their heart. It means they're touching their heart as a big family. People work from all over locations. They have left their homes and family. If you talk to them and nicely as a big brother, politely, 5 minutes, and everybody is doing that, it means we are training people to become to talk in this language, BBS language. And one thing I want to tell you more, please listen very carefully. When you make one observation at one area, it is behaviors. You take a behavior sample. What does it mean for you, for entire organizational culture? I give you example. When you take a sample of blood from your body, and that blood sample gives you blood culture. From one drop of blood, one blood sample, you can understand the blood culture of the body. Similarly, when you take one behavior sample through your observation on any day, that tells you about the organizational culture. It means if in the blood sample there is any abnormality, it tells you that the normality is there in many places at the body. Similarly, one blood sample, behavior sample, if it is at risk, and that tells you that this is not existing only at this place of work. It is also existing at many places of work, many areas of work. It means essentially, if you have created observers in those areas also, then you pass on this information that this unsafe behavior, this at-risk behavior is observed. It is also existing at your places as a organizational culture. So they take care of it for correction, spot correction. That is why it is very, very essential that you are learning it to develop more observers in the organization. Otherwise, that is how it will give you a long-term safety culture, because it is for the company. That, and you understand that you see that at the end of the 12 behaviors, there is a total behavior percentage of safe behavior 85%. You observed in all the 12 categories, the percentage of safe behavior is 85. When you observed one category, you write the numbers, so it comes there, and then you convert it. There is a formula in the other slide. There is a formula also. I have given the Excel sheet there. When you all of you bring your observations, then you put your total, number of safe behavior total, number of at-risk behavior total, number of spot correction total. Then everybody, gives the total. Then we can, and the Excel sheet will automatically, with the formula, it will convert the percentage of safe behavior, which is now, as an example, it is 85%. Percentage of at-risk is 15%. And 15% is at-risk means EWA. EWA means early warning. It gives you early warning assessment. It means you are at risk. It is early warning assessment of behavior. Behavior which is the root cause of almost all incidents. That is why the ISO 45001 today is telling us enable people, capacitate people for internal risk control. And this risk is behavioral risk for almost all incidents. And spot correction, percentage spot correction is, it means you corrected. I said all behaviors are spot correctable. It means the spot correction should be 100%, not 86%. So even with the 86% spot correction, the number of safe behavior, which was 85%, it has gone up to final improvement 98%. So that is interdependent safety culture. It means when we care for each other, when we observe each other, when we support each other, when without fault finding, and then with the spot correction, our interdependent safety culture, it goes up to 98%. It means before implementing the safety culture, which was almost 85%, by training people as observers, what to observe? These 12 behaviors to observe. Spot correction. For spot correction, talking as a big brother, heart-to-heart conversation. It means what we have done before the BBS implementation, only safety department is talking, doing conversation. Now everybody is doing safety conversation as a big brother. Only safety department people may be doing it reactively, as a reactive safety. But you are doing it as a caring approach, as a big brother, as a interdependent safety. So you are more in number, without any hierarchy. From even in the contract people, even day before yesterday, all over the country, we have developed contract people, the contract supervisors, the contract proprietors as BBS mentors. They have 1,000 contract people. Many agencies, I developed for 4 hours, 3 hours, developed 94 contract supervisors and contractors, and then ask them, request them, each one will develop only 10 people further, and this is a BBS month for you. Within a month or within a week, you teach them what I've taught you. It is so simple to teach them through toolbox talk. Daily toolbox talk is there. So teach them what to observe and how to talk to people, how to communicate risk to them. And when 1,000 people will understand the BBS concept and to give it back to the all work areas, so it means in true sense, in pure sense, it becomes a safety culture by the people, of the people, for the people. It's truly called democratic safety culture by the people. So that is how it is essentially the ISO 45001 is telling us to facilitate people, enable people for internal risk control, for which you don't have to depend on any consultant. You know, it's such a simple and scientific approach. I'm able to give it to you because I've written many articles, papers all over the world on it. This is how just give, and I'm telling you, make it so simple in local language to the people. Ask them. Don't observe all 12 behaviors. You can observe 12 behaviors over time when you're using it for a month or 2 or 3. But to begin with, observe only 2 behaviors, 3 behaviors, which see everybody understands what is the difference between safe and unsafe. When you observe somebody at work in your department, you know whether person is behaving safe or unsafe, whether it's working with safety SOP or not, whether it's working with proper material handling or not, whether he's positioning his body, whether he's using COVID behaviors, appropriate behaviors, emotional well-being. Many people ask, sir, all these behaviors we can observe, but how to observe emotional well-being? Yes, it's very simple. See, in COVID scenario, you find many families have lost some of their members and colleagues in the company. They are emotionally disturbed. They are lost. They are sad. They are sitting alone. They are quiet. When you just go to that person, just say, "How are you? How are you, gentlemen? How are you, Manoj? How are you, Vinod? How are you, Ashok? How are you, Captain?" Just by name, if you just say, "How are you?" maybe that person, and talk to the person as a big brother. You find some people are, you know, feeling lonely, feeling, upset, disturbed. You can look at them. You can make up. So connect with them. Give them emotional support. Ask them about their well-being. How are they? This is not I am saying. There's a world-renowned company whose theme, the world-renowned company called TKIS, that is a ThyssenKrupp German company, elevators, industrial solutions. And their global theme for this year was, "How are you?" Because throughout the world, people lost their members, so they made it as a, theme of the foundation day. That just everybody throughout the world will ask each other, "How are you?" Just how are you? Ask them about their health. So it means you start connecting all throughout the BBS approach. What we are requesting people, just connect with people. When you connect with them, nicely as your own, people don't react. That is, when you respect them, they talk to you as a respect. So all these behaviors, you can ask any behavior which is not clear to you, like communication. Communication is like, you know, when we are, displaying some boards or banners, what does it mean? We are trying to communicate to people that don't come this side. Or sometimes this boards and banners or these tags are not there. People have forgotten to put the tag. So it means you remind people for this tags or banners. So some area is work is going on, constructing, but they forgot to, timely, barricade it. Means you remind the person, barricade it, put the ribbon or hard barricading, whatever. And people, in the major industries, people forget. Even people in one of my construction company, the huge area is barricaded, but at some time when the work is stopped, the area is barricaded. But some operator, some contract person thought that no, the area is barricaded, but the work has stopped. So let me take a shortcut from here. He started walking immediately after some of the work start, they start throwing the material down there, and the person died there on the spot. Material came on him. So it means even area is this communication is there. Some people will take the shortcut. It means what will help them? Your communication, your observation. Observation is on the top of all the systems. It means with observation, you're trying to find out where is the gap in the system. Who is, you know, so you communicate with the person. Following procedures means procedures set to all the SOPs, whether people are following SOPs, whether people are following the work permits, whether people are following the lockout, tagout procedures, because these are the procedures where the people miss out on that. So your observations, everybody observation will, they fill up the gaps. So it means everybody becomes observer for these behavior. Road safety, road safety. I want to tell you that many of our colleagues have lost their lives by each of these behaviors, each of these 12 behaviors. Each behavior has killed somebody. And when you are observing these behaviors, which is scientifically drawn checklist, you can save many, many lives. And it only it should be continued. Initially, in first 3-4 months in a unit or site, or it gives you short-term safety culture change. But if you want to sustain it, and it takes 3 to 4 years. Like GAIL has done it. We have done it for GAIL, Gas Authority of India. We have done it for SAIL, Steel Authority of India. Steel Authority of India. Every year there were many fatalities each year. And when I have gone personally to each of their sites, whether Kaila steel plant or and Bokaro steel plant or any other, when I've gone there, developed, I've given this training to all the top management, all the union people, all contract people, just minimum training, and requested them to follow this procedure, routine, and from top management they started following it. They started training people down the level. They started making everyone as an observer, and using this checklist, so that each month they have a lot of observations. It means that you will have a question, Dr. Kaila. When each person is using this checklist, either offline, paper checklist, or online, it means that every month there will be hundreds, thousands of checklists filled up. How do we analyze it? So there is a formula for, to analyze this percentage safe, at risk, and correction. So what I'm saying, what we want a change in behavior. We don't want to get lost in data. We should not suffer from, analysis paralysis. This data should give you you take a sample of data. You don't get worried about the quantum of the data. If online is taking care of it, fine, but you do not get burdened with it. Each department, give responsibility to each department to look at the monthly trend. You want to look at the monthly trend. When you started in this month, the number of safe behavior may be 70% or 75%. Number of at-risk behavior may be 30%. But spot correction is 100%. The day you started, day you involved, developed the observer, it means every month the number of safe behavior will go up, at-risk behavior will go down, spot correction will be 100%, because there's a mantra. There's a secret for each observer. It has to be a spot correction. It's not just informing somebody or alerting, but in your presence, you do the spot correction. All these behaviors are spot correctable. These are definable. These are observable. These are spot correctable. These are measurable. Because by measuring, we have said that this is 85%, this is 15%, this is 98%. So it means all these behaviors are measurable. These behaviors are implementable. By implementing, we are showing you the change. There is a change from 85 to 98%. It means safety culture is measurable, it is implementable, it is result oriented. Result. You understand? It means this checklist we are using it. Any question so far before I go further, or any appreciation? What are you getting? What are you listening? Just one sentence or two sentences, or any question which comes to your mind. I'm stopping for 5 to 6 minutes, listening your voices. Yeah, I just put it down so that I can. Okay. Okay. Now I can.
Okay, sir. Rajiv here, Rajiv Kumar. Basically, this other okay, data, whatever the 12 parameters are there, we can find. But what about the emotional well-being? How do we find out if the personal emotional well-being is okay or not okay? This is something difficult to judge.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. You're not judging. You're only observing. That, if somebody is sitting quiet, somebody is disturbed, somebody is feeling lonely, you can make out the person is not talking, not mingling, not normal. So then you just talk to them about their well-being. How are you? Just one sentence. How are you? Because you know the people, but you just so how normally in the family you talk, in the building or on the road, you observe that you find out immediately. Yes, person is something is is looking lost. So it's that way, you know, not an assessment, but just an observation.
Okay.
Okay.
And how about communicating, sir?
Yeah, communication, as I said, there are communication, like communication systems are there. Like there has to be a barricading. There has to be, if there are tags, if the lockout, tag out, if lockout, but there is no tag, no tags are there. So it means that we are trying to find out where the communication or system, the communication should be there, but it is not there. Then you ask for it, you request people to um, to to put the tags or put the signals required or whatever communication is required, so that people are safe, to or barricading is not there. Or even I'm saying that there is a barricading, there is a tag, but still people will put their hands. Still people will walk on the the barricaded areas. You know, so what we are trying to, even signals. Communication means signals. We try to use sometimes non-verbal signals. We give signal, raise hands, do like this, do like this. You know, we give the non-verbal signal to the people when we are far off or person is on the height. We give the signal, or sometimes two, three people together give the signal, or when people are communicating in a noisy area, you know, people don't get the correct communications. Okay, so communication can be verbal communication, or it can be a non-verbal communication, or communication systems which are supposed to do the communication, but it is not done. For example, uh, um, due to communication, uh, there has been many incidents. One company is called Ganabo. Ganabo is a company which is making the your bank lockers, and in that company, what happened? There's a one forklift. Forklift is coming from one side, and from other side the person is coming out on the path. And as soon as this person reached the the path, he came out, because he could not see there is a forklift coming, and the forklift driver, he did not give the horn, or he did not give the signal. So the person who came on the path, he got lifted, he got hit, so, and he died on the spot. And the person was about to retire after 2 days. You know, so it's a it's always, we say the safety, or at risk behavior or any incident is just a matter of second, or spot correction is just a matter of second, not minutes, not minutes. So therefore the observer has to be alert. In that, we are we are we are learning to be, alerting people for that moment when the at-risk behavior is happening. If correction doesn't happen at that moment, and then the incident happens. Okay, any other?
What about this visual focusing?
Visual focus. Visual focus means my eyes are on the path. Visual, my eyes on the path. For example, I'm driving. It means my eyes are, or I'm working on the machine. My visual focus means attentiveness. I'm attentive to whether I'm driving the Hydra. It means I'm not looking the other way. Attentiveness.
Okay, another question, sir, about the
Yeah.
observers. Uh, are there supposed to be trained, specialized observers who can be externally, hired by an organization to observe, or do we need to have internal observers only, where we almost train everyone, to observe?
Yeah.
I think
See,
it's
as a
unsafe.
BBS approach, we have to develop everyone as a observer. We cannot hire people as observers. As a BBS system, requirement is that all over the world where we have developed it, that we are developing it for culture, safety culture, by the people, for the people. So it has to be everybody. For example, initially, to begin with, we give this, concept to the top management. The top management is convinced what is the concept and what is the roadmap, and how to take it down the level involving everyone as an observer. And then we start taking the other levels so that each becomes observer, and then they are able to develop the steering team, BBS steering team, who will monthly review the progress of the BBS implementation project. Yeah. Any other?
And do they have to be trained for carrying out a proper observation?
Yes, everyone has to be trained the way we are training today about the concept, what to observe, and how to do the correction. How to do the correction. There is another slide. After this, I will show the slide. What are the steps in as a big brother? How to do the correction. Any other?
Thank you, sir. I'll request other delegates to come up.
Yeah, I want other delegates to speak up. That what are you listening so far? What are you getting so far? Is the concept clear? It's so simple, but you have to speak up. Or any query or appreciation. I want everyone.
Vinod, right?
Yeah, Vinod.
Yes, sir. Now the objective is to observe the people, actually observe the people, observe the unsafe practices, and spot correct it. Actually, that is the main theme of the BBS, I think. So observe
Correct.
people, observe the unsafe practice, and spot correct it. Behave as a big brother, so that there will be no reactive comment. Be empathetic to the people, and be as a big brother. Make him understand what is happening, and take the responsibility as a organization as a whole. Take the responsibility of the unsafe behavior. I think that will be the
Yeah, correct. And develop it as a develop everyone as an observer organizationally, and then develop it as a system to sustain it.
Okay.
So that it can save the business, it can save the lives of the people, because incidents will kill the people, it will kill the business as well, isn't it?
Right, sir. Right.
Sir, this is Suhan from Bangladesh.
What's your name?
Sir, Hassan Rohan Rabbi, sir.
Hassan, okay.
Sir, I am from Bangladesh Marine Division. Sir, I have one question, sir. You mentioned something about, sir, dependent safety culture and independent safety culture. Sir, what is the main difference between these two? I want to say that how can you distinguish between these safety cultures, sir?
The independent safety culture and interdependent safety culture.
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, the first two culture, the reactive safety culture and dependent safety culture. Have you understood that?
I have understood this one, sir. The reactive one and the dependent. Yes, sir.
Okay. So the third one is independent safety culture. Independent means as an observer, you you observe yourself, you correct yourself. Okay, in all the 12 behaviors, you develop as an observer, as a safe observer. It means you correct yourself. Or if you take it further, or when you are implementing in the department, it means as a HOD, you take care of your department, that everyone is safe observer. Everyone is correcting himself first and then correcting other people. Interdependent safety culture means you are you're not only taking care of yourself, your department, you're also taking care of other people as well. Okay, you're taking care of everyone outside the department also. Okay, because it's not BBS. See, saving life is not limited to one unit or one location or one department. That is what they say. BBS is from workplace to any place. Why BBS is from workplace to any place. When it comes to saving life, the safety professional, that you save life anywhere. Like I give you example. Today you are in the factory, but tomorrow you are on the road, or you are at home, still in the building. Still you will talk to people for safety, isn't it?
Sir.
You will save their lives. Like in this COVID season, some people are taking online training for BBS. So they said, sir, we are not in the factory. So where to make observation? I said, where are you? He said, we are at home. I said, fine. You come down from your house and see whatever, if you can see from some people, make observations. He said, fine. So very beautiful observations they made. I share you in 1 minute. One person came down and he found there is a water pond. There is a pond. There is a huge mass of water. So it's called a small river, you can say. So one small boy is playing there, and he's all alone. It means if this boy can go near the water, he can he can go inside the water also. Okay, but then he talked to the boy, because there are many incidents where the small children have gone to the water and drowned. You know, we have read in the newspaper also. So he talked to the boy, where are you? Is there anybody with you? He said, yes, my elder brother is there, but he is far away. If the boy goes to the water, he will not be able to say. So then he talked to the elder brother, at least you take care. He can go near the water and he lose his life. It means your observation has saved one life. At least you have alerted someone of the risk, even to the small boy also, that there is a risk to your life, and saved. On the other hand, one person was at home and he came down, and near his house there was a school. He said, what? I said, what did you observe? He said, I observed that there are school, there are many boys and girls, small children are coming out of a school, and nearby there is a bridge. There are a lot of vehicles are going, from one side to the another, and there is a risk that these children are crossing the bridge from the school to the other side, and I found that they are alone. So I talk to the children and try to help them, try to talk to their teachers. That I said, then I told him, I said, do you know the statistics? How many children in 1 year have died due to incidents near to the school? The road incidents, fatal incidents near to the school, how many? 40,000 children have lost their lives due to the road incidents near the schools in India. And then he understood the what is the risk we are talking. It means you can perceive the risk anywhere, from workplace to any place. The moment you are not perceiving the risk as an observer, and it means the person can lose his life. I give you one more example. In one company I visited in South India, I found that on second day of my training, there is a assistant production manager. He is coming out in the evening. He is 28 years young boy. He is driving his bike. He came on the bike and went out. After half an hour, it was about 6 p.m. when he is going home after the shift is over. After half an hour, the news came that he met with an accident and he lost his life. He collided with a truck and he lost his life. And then the, the the security person at the gate said, "Sir, I had seen him going half an hour back, but this helmet was not on his head; it was on his feet." It means you have observed somebody going out with the risk, but you have not communicated the risk. You are not doing the spot correction. If the security person at the gate is told also as an observer that you are a trained observer and you have to see anybody going out with such a risk, you stop him for a couple of seconds, talk to him as a big brother, nicely, polite, request him to put it back and properly tighten the chin belt. It means the person can come back again. I said, yes. But I was not trained as a BBS observer, so I could not observe. So it means when you are training the people in the company, you are you are this you are developing a BBS SOP. You are linking it with the performance of the people. You are linking it with the KPI of the people. That everybody will essentially make one observation a day and do the spot correction of any at-risk behavior. That is how it means. It is just not training. It's just not training. You're developing it as a SOP. You're developing a BBS training team who will look into it whether the BBS SOP is maintained and it is being followed by the people by just 5 minutes a day, isn't it? I hope it answers the question. So can we go back, go further, or do you have any question or any understanding? As everyone spoke up, I want to understand. Rahman, Mohammed Rahman has not spoken, and Devraj also, and Midun, Kalasari, and
Nityan, Mayuddin, Mohan, Manoj
Nitin
Jha.
Jadhav. Many people have not spoken. Shantanu Javed Zavdekar, and I want all these people to speak one line, what they have understood, or any question before I go further.
Sir, this is Shantanu from Reena Marine.
Yeah, Shantanu.
Sir, one incident I would like to share you about the spot
Welcome.
correction.
Welcome.
It was in my very initial days of survey. We were visiting one ship, and we were visiting the same ship for the second time. And during that second time, we were visiting just for the sake of documentation, and there was no physical survey part of the job. So I was just wearing my formal dress along with the safety shoes, obviously, and senior surveyor was with me. So he asked me one simple question: are you coming to the office, or are you going to the ship? So just one question from him and a little scolding from him changed my entire behavior from that day onwards. So whenever I'm visiting any site, any ship, regardless of the job, regardless if it is a major work, if it is a minor work, I always make it a point to wear my PPE and safety shoes. So that spot correction that he did in my initial surveying days is going to stay with me for the lifetime.
Shantanu,
Was that reactive or was that brotherly?
It was brotherly, but on that day I took it reactively. Like I did not like it initially when he scolded me, like mildly scolded me, but then I realized that it was for my own good, sir.
So it changed your heart, it changed your mindset, it changed your behavior. So this is what is a small application of behavior. BBS is an application of behavior science. That it with one trained observer, we can change the organizational behavior. As you have seen that from 85% to 98%, it means this is an organizational change of organizational behavior.
So in my opinion, we don't have to go out to find out how to find some safety issues. Nowadays, people are working from home, and you just see how they are sitting. Now, many of them are sitting at bed. Many of them is not in a good posture. That itself is a safety concern. Not only the employees, their if for example, if an employee, their spouse, they can also watch how they are sitting. Even the children, they are attending online classes, and how they are sitting in the online classes. Many of them may be in the bed. Many of them may be not sitting in a proper posture. That can over a period, these kind of postures also can create health issues.
Yeah.
So what's the safety concern?
Definitely, I'll give you example. Thanks for sharing this one. And each day, you're very right. When people are attending 10 hours, 12 hours, 6 hours, and it gives postural stress. And if they're not doing a little bit exercise, body exercise, or not walking, or observation means in the family, it means somebody is coming to care for you. Somebody is giving you with a smile a cup of coffee or tea or water. It means somebody is coming and smiling and touching you. It means he wants you to be very fine, to be safe, and to be more energetic. So when you and believe me, we are three at home, my wife and my daughter, and we are, I think, 10 times a day we are talking about exercise. Have we done proper exercise? Have we done the proper walking today? Have we eaten the proper diet today? We are talking. It means health is a safety family culture. Family, where you're very right, and I give you a couple of examples of the family. Very in and family means um, when you are alone and when you are with the family. How do you take care? Or where not essentially you are in the house, but you are traveling in the car with your family. How do you take care of such behaviors and where people have lost their family member? I give you one example. I was at Muscat for training of this company shipping, L&T shipping. So one of our senior managers there on a holiday, he's traveling with his son and wife. Wife is sitting in the back in the car, and their roads are in Muscat. Roads are very good, and the car is on more than 100 speed, 120, and but the he himself and the boy in the front seat are wearing seatbelt. But unluckily, the madam, his wife, sitting at the back, she is not wearing the seatbelt. And nobody observed, nobody cared, nobody corrected her. And in the car, there's a system of seatbelt. Why? Because on the road, anytime, anything can happen. Anybody can all of a sudden come and something like, and it happened that they met with an accident, and she was not wearing the seatbelt, and she got hit to the roof all of a sudden, abruptly, and then she had to go to the hospital. On second day, she had a last breath. She is finished. Then that is the time when the company is issuing a letter to all the dear employees. Kindly, kindly, kindly pay attention when you're even traveling. Kindly see that you are caring that each one, whether sitting in the front or back, they are wearing the seat belt. you know. So it means if somebody is caring for you, insisting on safety, you save the life or person go away from your life. Second example, one of our general manager is attending an annual review of the company and they are in a five-star hotel. We are talking of behavior. Behavior and somebody talk about independent safe behavior. Now this is an example. In the evening when he's very tired and he went back to his room in the same hotel. A five-star hotel is very classic room, and he's sitting on the bed, and he's sitting on the bed, and but he put his mobile on the table. So the table is 3-4 feet, maybe it's little away. It's not the hand reach. All of a sudden, the mobile rang up. He is so tired. He could not get up. He just tried to extend his body and tried to fetch and he fell down. But just that falling is the falling is such an impact that he lost his ribs He ruptured his ribs of one side. His GM at the age of 55, he lost his, he ruptured his ribs of one side, and he consulted the doctor very painfully. He said it's a permanent disability. It is not reversible. It's a permanent disability. It is just as happened because it means even you are alone, you have to realize even body positioning when we mentioned as a behavior category number 4, behavior positioning. It means when even sometimes I give you another example, when in the morning or midnight, when we are half asleep, when we get up, we're not fully conscious. One of our senior person in a foreign country, he is staying in a hotel. His bed is near to the window, and window is full of glass, full big glass. And in the morning, he got up. He's not fully conscious, and he banged on the glass. And his early morning, full face is all blood, blood, blood. Had to go to hospital early morning. This is what it means. It means what is the safety required? It means when you get up, also what you should be doing, you just get alert. By you just do a little bit movement like this. When you it means you get the circulation, you get awake, and then you move. You don't get awake all of a sudden and go to the bathroom. So what I'm trying to say that family, you mentioned family, and family is not essentially that your own family. When you four of you colleagues are going, that is also your colleague family. And I give you an example of that. When a family of your colleagues going traveling, one of my business heads is mentioning of Palasan and Tutu. He's saying that I'm giving this example because I failed to save the life of my colleague, senior colleague, and you don't fail. How it happened? He said we were traveling, senior executives, we are traveling, and we all three of us are, wearing the seat belt. But my senior colleague sitting on my left is not wearing it, and I felt little, shy in correcting him. We sometimes we feel shy correcting the senior person. Then he said, after some time, our car got, upside down. Couple of times it rolled upside down on the road. He said, when it stopped, I found that the three of us who were wearing the seat belt are okay, but this person who is not wearing the seat belt is thrown out of the car, who's my colleague, my dear colleague, and he died on the spot. He said, today, Dr. Kaila, you're talking behavior safety, that take care of. He said, out of care and concern, when you feel connected with people, when you're traveling there, your family member. If I had cared for him as a brother, not as a senior, as a brother, I would have cared for him and told him a couple of times, saved his life. And I told him, I did the same thing. One day, from some place, when one of your GM is traveling with me and he's not wearing the seat belt, and I'm wearing it, and then I had to tell him. I had to tell him 3 times till he wore it. It means when you find someone doing unsafe behavior, how many times you should tell? Not once, not twice. You keep request. It is a request for safe behavior as a big brother, as a carer, not as a boss, not as an authority, not as a blaming person. No. So it means that is what my professor in US, Professor, he's telling. He said, "What is BBS, Dr. Kaila?" I said, "This is humanistic behaviorism." What is humanistic behaviorism means? It means you have a Human touch. You give a human touch by caring. When you talk to somebody, you're caring somebody. It's a human touch. It's an emotional touch. It's a conversation. It's a risk-based conversation that you convey the risk to the person. You perceive the risk, even the smallest risk will take his life. When the person driving, my chief manager is driving the car in Muscat, he did not perceive the risk. My wife sitting at the back is without the safety belt. He can lose her life. It means you, as an observer, when you start doing observations day on day basis, just 5 minutes a day, you become an active observer. You perceive the risk, even the smallest risk also you perceive. And not only risk, not only behavioral risk, I have also said in my checklist, there is also something called barrier to safety. You also observe if there is any barrier, if there is any unsafe condition, if there is any faulty, equipment, if there is any faulty resource, if there is a resource problem. It means those, or is there any engineering solution? If there's a design issue, is there? It means those are the, if there is any process hazards, can you ignore it for developing a top safety culture? You, as an observer, because observer can observe many things depending on his experience and ability and training. That's why we say within that department you can, because you know the department jobs. So you are a peer to BBS is peer to peer. It is peer based, not fear based. It is peer-to-peer observation, because in the department you know where is the risk, where is the job, where is the SOP, how it should be done. So, but only thing you have to give up on reactive safety. The 5 minutes should be spent as a big brother, as a carer, as a humanistic, humanistic approach. This is what we are talking, that we can change the culture. Companies have shown, many companies, I show you the companies we work with, and they have shown the culture, change of the culture, even in the, Gale, Gale is proud, but there was a very, very, energetic BBS coordinator, uh, who took it for 3 years, 4 years. GAIL is a very big organization, like, pipelines, petrochemical complex, and huge, and hierarchy is there, and especially being a government, public sector hierarchy, all kind of, issues are there. But when you are given such this concept with such a belief, people started understanding, even at the director level, even at the upper level, and the executive director level, and then it started coming down in such a level. Even finance executive director came up to us, said, "Sir, Dr. Kaila, if you have met me 20 years back, I would have also gone to the site. As a finance person, I thought my job is finance. But today I understood that even incidents is slashing my financial balance sheet. So I could have gone to my little contribution for correction and observation would have, because when a senior person come to the site, they say people follow it. People follow that behavior. So it's a concept. It's a concept, not just to listen, but listen many times, read many times, and then practice it. I was doing this study when the British Safety Council audit was going on. By the way, we have also trained DNV, ENY auditors on this, who have taken it so positively. Even directors of factories, we have been involved in this, and they have taken it very positive, because it's a positive concept. It involves everyone from top to bottom without any investment. It's a human investment. You are increasing number of eyes as many as the number of people in the plant. So it's simply, you develop observers and but we have to remove the hurdles when we do the hand holding. Some people get lost in the measurement. Some people get lost in the data. We said no, we are interested in ground reality change, in the ground reality, ground behaviors, people's behavior. 70% of the incidents are coming from the contract people. So you talk to the contract people, and we have talked to the contract people all over the country, union people all over the country, and see when eh, how correctly you present the concept. This is how you people take it. How correctly you present the concept in a very pure manner. It is such a pure manner, it's a humanistic touch, you know. So you develop the behavior. Even I tell you so much so that one of our director at the automobile company, new HR director. Now I'm giving a case of HR director. Why? Because even at the vice president level, even at the higher level, people do unsafe behaviors. And I'm saying this, that everybody, everybody does unsafe behavior regardless of their age, education, designation, and experience. I repeat, people do unsafe behavior regardless of their age, education, designation, and experience. Example, director, HR director of an automobile company, listed company, huge company. Can you imagine the HR director lost his life along with his wife? One morning, they started, one midnight, they started journey from Pune to Bombay. And big car, director means eligible for big car, entitled for big car. And driver said, "Sir, it's midnight, and I'll take the car. I'll drive." Said, "No, midnight. There's no crowd on the highway, and it's just Bombay to Pune to Mumbai." And he took his. He asked his wife also to come. Asked his son and daughter also to come along, and drove his car to Mumbai airport. Did his work, completed. At 12 midnight when he started, and he reached almost 3 a.m. in the morning, and he completed. And when he's returning, he has reached halfway to Pune, and his car collided with the divider, and it stopped there, and both wife and husband died on the spot. So our speed is at 1440, and it's shocking for the entire company. Early morning, the boy and girl sitting at the back, they're seriously injured. Now you understand. You tell me, could they? That is what Ashok said. The family member, even the wife or the children would have said, "Sir, now midnight means we should not do it. We should not. We should not drive this time because it's a sleep. Everybody requires a sleep, isn't it? So if you so, and that's my request to all the executives today, and take it further. Please do not drive odd time when it is a sleep time. Do not exceed the speed because it's deadly. All these behaviors which I'm showing you today, all are tested behaviors which has taken the lives of many, many, many thousand people. So therefore, please believe in this concept and see that you apply to your life, and also give this concept to as many industry as possible as an implementation tool, not as a just a training. If you just give it as a training, it will die very soon. And so therefore, try only for a long-term solution, and it must continue involving top to bottom everyone as a observer, trained observer, and with the steering team. And what I will tell you further, what is the action plan they should follow so that it can sustain also. I'll tell you that. But before that, can I take a break for 2 minutes, or can you ask something? I can go on, but if you, because listening is good, but also human aspect of it, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Let's take a break of about 5 to 7 minutes, and let's meet up at 10 minutes past 4.
But 10 minutes, 10 minutes past 4 means 10. It is not 11 minutes past 4.
Yes,
We
definitely.
we exactly follow the army rule, and we don't violate that condition. Okay, so simple defense rule. Is it okay for everyone?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
Thank you, sir. Namaskar.
Perfect.
We listen to you. Thank you. Can I put my slide? So this checklist is there, and I have to show you two more slides, and that will make it from my side, and then any gap is there, we can listen from your side. And it means this is the basic checklist for giving in the hands of observers what to observe. So they start observing. It should be displayed in each work area so that they know that every day minimum number of behaviors they should observe, isn't it? So uh, and then there is a other slide. It is how to approach observers approach, uh, how he should approach to the people. So it is 11 P, means first is parikrama, which means can I request someone to read it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon. I'm Amit Gatia from Rina Consulting, Mumbai.
Yes, Amit.
I'm just going to read this. Approach, risk-based conversation, RBC between observer and observee. There is 11 points.
Okay.
First point is parikrama. Take an observation round of your unit or plant. Second
Yeah.
is prashna.
Yeah.
Put a question to an observee whether he is safe.
Yeah.
Third one is prasansa.
Yeah.
Prize for his safe behavior to reinforce.
It
And the
means
next one is
observer. When he is approaching an observee, doing any unsafe behavior, he is not starting with unsafe behavior. As a big brother, he is first observing what safe he is doing. So he starts talking about safe behavior, so that it doesn't look like a fault finding exercise, isn't it?
yes.
And then number 4.
It is parivartan. Convert his unsafe behavior to safe.
Yeah. 5.
Then fifth is prashikshan.
Yeah.
Educate, retain him for his unsafe behavior.
Yeah.
Then next is pratigya. Take an oath that he will not repeat unsafe behavior.
Okay.
Then
7.
prachar. Ask an observee to observe another co-worker.
Yes. Yes.
Then prarthana. Repeatedly request for safe behavior.
Okay.
Then puruskar.
Yeah.
Spot reward and recognition to observee.
Yes.
Then 10th one is promise.
Yeah.
Observee would also observe the observer.
Yes. That's
And
very
then
good.
11 is patience for permanent change.
Yes. And then BBS is to provide
Is to provide positive and corrective feedback, not negative feedback.
Yes,
Unsafe behavior is an emergency for spot correction to save both life and business.
that's it.
We have to correct with our heart to observe its heart to heart conversation.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Thank you, Amit. So it means the previous slide is for what to observe, and this slide is, um, how to approach. What is the purpose of approaching? But you, as an observer, when see when you are training people, they should not feel the burden. So therefore, as a practice, international practice, we maintain and request people to use only one or two or three, only two or three points, not all initially. So, but keep it for display for the people, so that when they keep on doing it, they start looking at other points as well, isn't it? Because this is what most companies are doing. Internationally they are using this one. Okay, and spot reward number 9. Spot reward and recognition is very important because each observation, when it is mitigating the risk and for saving life, that's very very important that the observers must also feel recognized. So that is why there is a best observer, monthly best observer, recognition is there from each department. There is also each location, best location recognition is there by the corporate. So all those recognition, systems are there. And how do you motivate the individuals, observers, and the department and the locations, isn't it? So I give you one example here. In BBS, we always emphasize that last person in the plant or site must become an active observer. That is how it may take time. Uh, how it happened in one of our gas plant, a huge gas plant. Last who is the last person in the plant area is the one who is doing the housekeeping. The one day, the housekeeping lady, she was doing the housekeeping, where she was doing the cleaning work in the plant area. In one area, she found there is a fire. Just fire has started. How the fire has started? There is a grass which has come up. The horticulture people, they have to cut the grass regularly. If they don't cut the grass, then it becomes an unsafe condition. The grass has come up, and in an extreme temperature in Uttar Pradesh, in one of the Indian states, it has come. When temperature goes very high, so there is an automatic fire. Automatically, it will catch the fire in the extreme summer. So the grass which is not cut, it got a fire. It just started. It happened in many other areas also. So in this particular situation, this lady had just observed it, and immediately she took the extinguisher and closed the fire as an active observer. Now you understand, if she is not an observer, if she goes around and if she doesn't believe in spot correction, she is not trained as a spot correction, she will go and find out the phone, talk to somebody. By the time the fire will go out of control, it means it is not mere observation. The fire in the gas plant goes out of order means what? Means it will kill so many people. It will kill the entire plant. It will be in the newspaper and the image of a company. It means one observation, how much training last person in the organization, how much it can do to the image of the company, business of the company, people of the company. So therefore, today in India and outside also, even the many of the managing directors, CEOs, business heads have attended this training, which you are attending today, because they believed in the concept. Even the highest educated people from the IIT and IIM, they have participated in this because they They want to understand what is the concept and whether it can work. Yes, it can work. Yeah, it can save life of people. One observation is just not observation. It is saving the life of somebody, the life of that person. It means that family. You are saving the family, not the person, isn't it? Is it? That is why it is humanistic. It is a humanistic behaviorism that this way, but you have to follow the approach. The approach is that that repeat number 8 pratna. It means exactly repeated request for safe behavior. Repeated request for safe behavior. But but somebody asked me whether to use these consequences management, whether to use the punishment, whether you use the enforcement and all that. Then yes, this is a pertinent question which comes. Yes, why not? Because BBS is not replacing other safety systems. BBS is one such reinforcement tool by all people. So reinforcement works to bring up our safety culture from up to the 95, 99%. But there is a 1, 2, 3, 4 people who remain, who do not do the compliance, or who may be intentionally doing something. Therefore, there is a something. There is a penalty. There is a punishment. There is a consequences management. So therefore, we don't say that because of 1 or 2 persons, because you have given opportunity to that person for at least for 1 year to be a part of the BBS, to be a part of the observation and correction process, and because many people have corrected him, but still there is someone who is still so therefore you can take him to the steering team, discuss it, that how to take it further. So therefore BBS need not stay as a system, should not be in an isolated position. It is to be integrated with the entire safety management system as a part of the. But it's a very beautiful, very positive and huge system which can provide the corporate as a caring value for value of caring people. It's a corporate value which the corporate percolates down to all the members of the company to use it. So therefore, that is how you then we say that through this approach, you personalize BBS, keep it in your life, then take it, elaborate it, take it, further to your other areas of life. So this is how we are saying that it can. Now I want to take it further to another aspect. This now you can look at it. How many organizations, chemical plants, automobile, power, such as Torrent, and gas, oil and gas plant, HPCL, TUV, DNV, Bayer Crop Science, so many, even Serum Institute of India, Pune, which gave us the vaccine. There also we have gone. Pidilite, Aarti, Privi, Galaxy, Group, Volkswagen, or what not, Asian Paints, Harsh Rowell, Vaman Contractors, big company, NTPC, so Tata Projects. All these companies have taken it a beautiful journey to the implementation. We have been a part of these companies for many, many years, to change the culture. And you all will be very happy that I've guided almost more than 20 people in PhD students for BBS implementation. They have, many of them have taken also PhD from industry, from many of these industry names, because BBS creates a lots of data in each unit, and the PhD doctorate means data. So how in the implementation, how does it help in creating the safety culture in the long-term scenario? So this is very important, that action plan. I want somebody to read it, this action plan needs to be taken. And how do you sustain it? This action plan came from many companies, but one company, at L&T at Bangalore, when we are making a second runway, international runway, international airport, and there we implemented it, and we called it zero harm action assurance. And because at that when the one runway is already in operation, we cannot afford even a single, unsafe behavior. So that is where the behavior-based safety was implemented there. And you all will be very happy to know that who was the safety head of that, Bangalore International Airport. The safety head was none but our own person who built the Burj Khalifa at Dubai, Mr. Rajam Krishnamurthy. So he invited us to develop this program there because he believed in caring for safety of people. He throughout his life, and he built this value of caring for safety of the people. That is how, because in the 125 floors of the levels of the Burj Khalifa, there was no incident, never. But one incident which he mentioned, only one fatal which he told us, shared with us. But he tried his best to save that person. But I want now this implementation plan, which is approved by many companies. Please go through it, and this also becomes our review process. Each month, and whether have we implemented all this each action, how far we have done it. So this helps us to develop a further sport action, because BBS is to hand holding. It is not to punish people. It's not, but it is to develop. It is to enable, because project management tells us we have to continuously enable people, and capacitate people. It's a capacity building. It's a safety capital building. So therefore, can anyone read it? I request.
Yes, sir. Is Melvin?
Yeah.
Reena,
Melvin. Yeah,
Mumbai.
Melvin. Yeah, Mumbai. Welcome.
This organizational BBS implementation commitment test for zero harm action assurance.
Yeah.
Next one. Has your CEO issued circular to all employees for BBS implementation?
Yes. So it means that is a motivation to this BBS implementation. The CEO is showing interest, and the circular must go each month or as quarterly, so that there's a top management engagement is there with this BBS project. Second.
Yeah. The second one is, have your organization displayed BBS banners across all work areas?
Yes, it means I have the BBS banners also. I will be sharing with all of you. I'll email to you. And so this is basically to display across work areas, so that what we are talking, the concept we are talking, it is in one line. The BBS banners are, we have made it by renowned artists. So it can be, those can be displayed, so that people are reminded of it. Whether it's not that banners will do the change, but banner is just a reminder. Then,
third one is, has your organization formed BBS steering team?
Yes, that's very important to review each month. Whether the BBS is growing up. It is not just a training. So it has to be, basically all HODs are part of the steering team. In each location, the team is there. Okay? And then further down, when we make it as an independent safety culture, then we say that each department level, corporate cannot control it. So let each department be independent in implementing BBS. But each month, then each HOD will come to the steering team, plant steering team, and they will take a little time in projecting this is the progress of the BBS in that month. Yeah. Then
The
fourth,
fifth one is the BBS steering team meeting every month and reviewing progress?
that's very, very important that, say BBS steering team is formed, but is it meeting? Is it talking to the point, or it is just so that that is where the companies need hand holding. Some monthly review is required. In Gale, we have been doing the every every month there was a reviewing. So our team will go and they will do the review. It's a hand holding, so that initially people gear up that they have to do it. People, if they run in gaps, have they forgotten any action? Do they require any clarification? Any doubts are there? Because one training will not, drill the concept. People will require some clarifications later on when they, spread it to the entire workforce. Then,
Yeah, the fifth one is, has the organization made all employees and workmen aware of BBS concept of observation come spot correction?
this is very important because some organizations just think that one training is sufficient and they don't take it further. So then it doesn't give them a culture. So therefore, we have to guide them, at least so that all employees have to be covered, all workmen have to be cared. It can be taken to the last person.
The sixth one is the organization calculating and displaying BBS scoreboard each month?
Yes, the checklist I've told you, it has given you a score. How much is the safe percentage of an at-risk percentage and the correct percentage of corrected behaviors. So that scoreboard has to be calculated. It is automatic calculation in the checklist which I've given and in the Excel sheet, and then it is to be displayed to for information to employees. Employees must be clear that what is the percentage of unsafe behaviors, at-risk behaviors which are happening in which area. So that transparency must happen. People must so it's like this. It's like a blood sugar. We test our measure the blood sugar each month. We don't do it regularly. At least we do it each month minimum. Similarly, the behaviors, at-risk behaviors, we need to measure each month, at least once in a month for each department, so that we understand. It should not happen all of a sudden. Your sugar level, you have not checked it; it gone up to 300, 400, and then you are alarmed. So therefore, the companies who do not account for at-risk behaviors, they are safe only accidentally. Then
The seventh one, has the organization issued BBS identity sticker to all observers to fix on helmet?
yes, there is a sticker called. It's on the. It is. It simply. It is with the logo of the company. It is written on the sticker. Mentor of BBS means you are trained mentor of BBS. You can mentor other people. So MBBS, mentor of BBS. You are not a medical doctor. You are a safety doctor. People don't go to the medical doctor after injury because you save them before the injury takes place. Because behavior is responsible for any incidents or injuries. Yeah. Number 8.
Yeah. Do all HODs make BBS rounds each day, reviewing, tracking, developing observers, and analysis?
Yeah. So that is why it takes time to make it as a HOD's function, because they take little time to take it because they are so dependent on the safety department. Dependent safety. That is what going from first culture, the reactive safety culture, to dependent safety culture, to independent safety culture, to interdependent safety culture. It takes a journey. It takes at least a few months each level. when you continuously on the concept, when the team is continuously working on it, whether the culture is moving from one level to another level, or where to give the support. Then,
Yeah, the ninth one. Has BBS implementation affected in reduced incidents at sites?
very important. It happens. When you continue, it happens. The incidents reduced, even the number and severity of incidents, frequency of incidents and severity of incidents both start reducing. And finally, people remain with a small, first aid injury, very, very, very less, very, very less. And then your audit reports also go very beautiful. The auditors are very happy that, there is a safety culture. There is a change, remarkable change, measurable change, the involvement of, leaders as well as down the level. So it definitely affects the reduction, significant reduction. Then,
yeah, the 10th one. Has BBS implementation affected in reduced barriers in safety?
very important. It's not only behaviors, as I mentioned, that observers also observe the barriers. They are, slowly and slowly, when they are emphasized by the HODs, they also start observing what are the barriers, what are the engineering issues, what are the design issues, what are the resource issues, what are the, equipment issues, what are the process issues, what are the other issues which are, not being looked at. So the observers, observers are trained to, follow it up. They don't pressurize, but they keep follow up with the concerned people, so that there are barriers also. Barriers are also used. One example I want to give: in one of the company, one of the Gale plants, we found the best observer of the month. Who was the best observer of the month? Who is not only observed throughout the month, many days of the month, not only observed the safe behavior, but also done the spot correction, maximum spot corrections of the at-risk behaviors. But he also closed many barriers. And one barrier which he closed was very significant. What was that barrier? That barrier nobody looked at. There was a water, collection below the pipeline areas. Huge, water collection. Then what happened? He tried to find out. There is no source of water. There is no rain. How this water is, and people are not able to go for maintenance of the pipe areas. So then he found out. He started observing. One day he took his one helper assistant also, and he found that let's go to the wall and let's where is the source of water. He found that inside the boundary there is no source, but outside the boundary there is a water source, and it is unattended. And then they decided to close it. And as soon as it is closed, and they found that in the summer the water is dried up. In a couple of days it dried up, and the people started surprised. What has happened? Who has done it? Then they found that this person is worked on it. It means the observations can do wonders. See, gentlemen, today we are talking about the observations. Observation is not restricted to observation and spot correction. Early correction is not restricted only to safety. It can work in all areas of quality, environment, medical, in hospitals. This observation is very popular in almost all areas of our life. That is where we use this observation and spot correction. But where the care and concern is more, it works fantastic. So therefore, as a brother approach remains. That is how we have to emphasize again and again. That is what Ashok no, this one, Captain Sharma asked whether he was brotherly or boss. So we have to understand that aspect again and again. Yes, yeah. Point 11.
Why safety documentations and ground realities differ in
No,
behaviors
no,
among
no,
organizations.
no. Did you read 11 and 12?
Sorry.
See, I'm observing you now.
Not there.
Okay.
Okay. The 11th one, emphasizing quality of BBS observations, linking with KRA of every employee.
Yes. So we are not looking at only quantity of observations. He has observed all the 12. But we also look at the quality of previous observation. Whether he has closed it, whether he has closely, he has talked to the observee, whether he has tried to develop him as an observer, whether he has convinced him, whether he has listened to him. And that is where the 11 P's are coming, perception and, all those pushkar and appreciation. That is where whether you are transforming him as an observer and then linking with key result areas or key performance indicators. So that is how it takes little few months to link with the performance of the that is what HR people will do it. Some people give 40% uh, you know weightage in the performance in each department. And okay, number 12.
But well, including BBS in vendor terms and conditions.
Yes, so it becomes then next area is that include it in the terms and conditions of the vendors. Many companies have done it. Where I worked, in atomic energy, where the atomic board, they also invited us for implementation. On the other hand, the vendors, Larsen and Toubro, were at the Kakrapar atomic station. So we are, and many other. So this became our part of action plan, so that the vendors and contractors also they understand this concept, and they also wherever they go, they also the quality of vendors also increases in terms of behavior. This is a part of the action plan, which zero harm action assurance. It means these actions have to be assured for zero harm. So that is the level of commitment. It's not just a verbal commitment; it's a behavioral commitment. So behavioral means visible commitment, isn't it? So this is what I want to close it here. Uh, uh, but I want to take the feedback and any question or anything is there, so that we can, take it further. That have we understood it? Have we understood to take it the first step to our company to make it as a policy, and also to helping other companies, in our inspection or audit program. How do we include it? So action plan has to come from your, when you take it home and do your own internal meeting, that how do you customize it for your level, you know. And there's I've shown you only a couple of slides, but I request each member who are today participating, go through all the slides also. There may be something. There is also policy, BBS policy. And the last slide is also BBS policy, which some companies have, it's a written policy, which is, given. So this is the latest. There's also video, certain video. We have given the video links also in this BBS in this presentation. There's one or two slides are there, and also my articles are there, links are there, which are published in the World Safety Journals. So it's like I'm very happy that Veena, along with the elite offshore, has taken this concern to the next level. I want to listen now, Ashok ji, and your other Ashok and Captain Sharma. And I want to take the feedback. Did you like it? What? How you will take it further? I want every person to speak one appreciation. That is it good? Will you take it further? How you'll use it? Please open up.
Definitely, sir. Thank you very much for your detailed training session. Uh, I think everybody will take it further in starting from their personal life to professional life. It's a, for sure it's a part of everybody's life. You know, safety is everywhere we have to take. Even if you cross the road, you have to take care of your safety. And if somebody is breaching that, this gives an eye opener for everyone. You know how to address this issue and do not be shy away from these kind of problems. You know, it's be a part of life and has to share with everyone. And as you rightly told, it's we even though we could not complete a MBBS degree, I think somebody will also get an MBBS degree, and not a degree. At least you can use that word. That yes, I am also a mentor for behavioral based safety.
Very nice.
So,
I'm glad.
so
I'm
that
glad.
is yes, and I would like all our employees, colleagues, friends, at least once in a day, they should observe what is going on around them, and how they can change their life and everybody's life. This is also I would like to convey with everyone, because now this is what I told you. You know, nowadays if you see every home, both husband and wife are working and children are attending online classes. They don't have even time to talk each other. One of my colleague was telling that mm, she was she doesn't have a time to talk to her husband daily, and because both are engaged, both are working 8 hours, 9 hours in a day, and after that, they sometimes send messages to communicate, because he's sitting in other room. So but they are all are engaged, and so now I think, as you rightly told, we have to communicate each other. We have to understand each other, based even for our well-being. So I think this help everybody to to reach to a different level. So very much appreciated, sir. It's a good session, and we all I have enjoyed. I didn't know that 3 hours has passed now, so it was not. It was really not at all a boring session. It was a new and eye opener for all of us. Thank you once again. Thank you, Captain, for arranging this training. And I would like everybody participate in the training to say something about this experience, please.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, this is Melvin here. As
Yes.
actually, when we gone through the last slide, I think we have started the first point now itself by implementing. We have started implementing this in this session itself.
Mm-hmm.
We are proud to have this session,
Mm-hmm.
and this approach is very easy approach. We can do that because this as a big brother approach, and this is carried from top to bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Be done from by everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Nice to have this session, sir.
Yeah, Melvin. Yeah, yeah. That is what they say. They say blood behavior donation is better than blood donation. When you donate 5 minutes behavior, you don't have to donate the blood, isn't it? Yeah. Go on. I'm happy to listen, everyone.
Vinod. Vinod.
Yeah,
Sir,
Vinodji.
this was excellent session, sir. Thank you for the section actually. And I want to comment on the observation part actually. See, observation means I think it's a normal observation will not do, because the observer people must be aware of the consequence of what he is observing actually. So that means just an observation will not benefit the system actually. That so I think some system knowledge is very much required for observer actually. That what is happening around him, what is the consequence if he's not avoiding this one. what is the consequence of that act. So that the observer needs some more training actually in the specified field where he's working actually.
Absolutely.
Just an observation will not benefit that thing. Because what is the proficiency in the particular field. For example, a safety officer in the field working with the hot system must have that type of proficiency in that. Because aware must have that proficiency. So then only the system will mature itself. So the observer is the most important key point, and his knowledge of system is also very important.
Yeah, absolutely. That is why when we take people in that department, we say that he's efficient, he's capable, he knows the SOPs. If he doesn't know the SOP, training is given, safety training is given. So that is why once the all these are done, then only we take the observers into training. Yeah. Next.
Yes, there is Manoj.
Manoj.
Yeah, India Marine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was nice to learn so many things regarding safety cultures. Although we are doing the safety cultures on board because we are sailors and long time 13 years we are sailing on board. So mostly we are following the safety cultures, and now we learn about the observers, and now we have to implement on in the daily life. So that, and we have to carry forward also.
Yeah, definitely. You know, Manoj, I remember about 15 years back, one captain said he's a fleet of 7 to 8 ships. He came to me alone. And he once, I don't know where he heard, he said, I want to take this training. But I said, I don't give the open training. It's always company arranged training. But he said, I want to take this training. I want to take your certificate also. I said, how do you want it? Alone. He said, but where do I meet? He said, I'll arrange a hotel in Bombay, and in Powai he arranged it. And I was afraid if I meet somebody alone in the hotel room, I don't know, anything can happen. But he said, I will pay your fees also in advance, and he paid it. And he was such a hurry. But I spent 2 days, and he understood everything, all the action plan, every point by point he understood, and he took the certificate also. I signed it, and he's very happy. I don't, but I still like, that was my only, that single participant training for 2 days.
Yeah.
From the shipping. Yeah.
Yes. So I hope you have taken enough safety measures before we are going alone. And
I gave my address and to the family. I said, if something happens, but I really take care. The safety training, I suppose I go to anywhere, any plant area, I'll give the driver number, I give all the numbers to the family, hotel number, everything. So I think all of us do that. All of us do that. Yeah, next please.
Sir, I just wanted to interrupt.
Yeah.
Has it ever happened to you that, as an observer, you are trying to play the big brother role with someone, and he turns back and said, "Arey tere jaisa bahut dekha hai, ja apna rasta naap."
It happens every day. It happens, it will have surely happen to all of us also. And I have many examples because I take courage because I'm experienced observer now. So even in the petrol pump, many people use the mobile there. So I do go to them. I go close to them. Even when the people are digging on the metros in the city areas, I go to them. I talk to them because it's now in my blood, and because and that's what we say. The BBS is from workplace to any place, and the observer has to be courageous enough to believe in the safety of life of the people. Because it's a life safety, so we are no scare. It is only to love life and be with the people. So it is a very normal scenario. People will react. Yeah. Next one, anyone?
Okay, sir. This is Sarwar Murshid from Bangladesh.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Actually, I am also a seaman, but 15 years I sailed on ship. The same safety culture I maintained. The safety improved by more safety. So when I take this course, when I doing this course, I came to understand that my safety concern will increase more. That is my say.
Very nice. Very nice. Means your safety concern and care for self and others will improve. Very nice. Sarvaji. Yeah. Anybody else? Anybody else? Or we can.
This is Asanu from Bangladesh.
Yes. Yes, Emma.
Just thank you, sir, for a nice interactive session today. I hope we all will maintain your detailed session, day-to-day life, personal life, life, progressive work life.
Thank you so much, Rahman. Yeah, I have my professor of psychology in Bangladesh University.
Sorry, sir,
yeah.
Sir, my connection is disrupted, sir.
Yeah.
So hope that we all will ensure basic personal life, family life, work life, also for our day-to-day life. So what we are seeing violating any safety measures, hope we can train them or we can make them understand what are the safety measures in their lives too.
Very nice. Thank you. Thank you, Rahman.
Sir, I am Mohammad Mohiuddin from Rida, Bangladesh.
Yes. Yes, sir.
It is a very, actually, it is a very thank you for your nice presentation. And mainly, if we are working in the company, actually, we are regularly trained for health and safety, and also in the shipyard place, workplace, we are always trained the people, or we are getting trained by the company. But I think for this health and safety, we almost cover 70 to 80% of the thing for this behavior-based safety. But now, with this today's course, we can see that these things actually all in all places, from social, from organization, from all these things covered from this type of course. So I think now we can improve ourselves from 70 to 80 to 100%.
Very nice. Very nice.
From this, and we will become an observer. Everyone, we need to become an observer, and we also need to implement this in our organization, in social life, in everywhere. We need to be cautious. Thank you very much, sir.
Wonderful, wonderful. Please spread it to all the social media. Write what you have learned today, one line, even in the social media, and increase it throughout the Bangladesh. See, take it to the country. You know, the human life is for the country, is a human resource for our country. So it's our mission to spread it. Yeah. So, Captain Vijay.
I would like to really sincerely thank you, sir, for sparing your time for this wonderful session. There has been a lot of takeaway, and I'm definitely sure that this is going to spread the behavior-based safety culture as far as possible, and maybe change it from Bharat Bane Safe to Bhu Bane Safe.
Yes, yes.
No, yes. That globally, that's what came to my mind when you were talking to Muhammad for spreading it around in Bangladesh. Why Bangladesh? We can spread it to all over the world.
All over the world.
And especially with RENA, it has presence in every country on this planet.
Why, my God.
Yeah, so definitely it can spread around, and we can, this place, this whole globe can become safer and safer day by day.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much, sir.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Thanks a lot for your time, for this wonderful session, and we do certainly look forward to more sessions. And I just would like to appeal to all our participants of today that in case you have got any kind of any doubt, anything that you want to clarify on this, feel free to write to us. You have our email ID or phone number, and I will compile the questionnaire and pass on to Dr. Kaila. And maybe if required, we will request him to again come and address us and clear our doubts.
Always. It's always a,
Thank you so much, sir.
it's always a series of sessions which help us to develop as a BBS tool, so that we can help other people. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You were talking something about your professor in Bangladesh. You didn't complete that.
Yeah. I'm regularly in touch with Professor Ashok Kumar, who's a director and professor at the University of Bangladesh, and he's my friend, and he's also on the board of my journal. I'm editor of the Journal of Psychosocial Research for many years, so he's also on our board. So he's right. So so that's how I connected with the Bangladesh, and so that's what Captain Vijay, he reminded me this. It is not Bharat Baneswarati. It's also Bangladesh. It is a Brahman Baneswarati. That's what he said.
Yes.
He is reminding me all that. Brahman. And Ashok has a global presence. I think he's now the master.
Yes, sir. Yes, we are a company with presence over 60 countries with 200 offices.
My God bless, sir.
It's a yeah. So of course, this is the first initiative we have started now. Let's hope we can take it up further with other offices and other colleagues.
Definitely. It's a good initiative. You can spread it on your website, that a few photos and this presentation, so that they get interested.
Right.
We have done it for all countries, and it's wonderful reception from them. Sorry, sir.
Thank you. So if anybody does not have any question, let's conclude. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
He's a very smiling person.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
All the best for your family.